Well, it has certainly been an eventful week. Not only did AlderonMatt reply to my critique video from a week ago, but I had the opportunity to sit down with him and talk about the game. Both of these things have given me a lot more perspective on the source of the disappointment I experienced, so I wanted to make this video as a sort of response to myself in order to clear things up. Regarding the lack of a matchmaking release, it would seem that my disappointment was stemming from a misunderstanding on my part. When Matt had said matchmaking would come early next year, he was envisioning sometime within Q1 to Q2, whereas my understanding of early had my expectations set for January or February. So, really, it was just a case of my interpretation failing to align with Matt's intention. That's 100% on me, I'll own that, and I'm willing to continue to wait for matchmaking's arrival. Following that, Matt went on to explain in his comment that releasing matchmaking in parts would allow for a more streamlined and effective bug-fixing process, which I can't really complain about because I would much rather get a working matchmaking system in pieces than a broken mess of a thing that ends up taking months to fix after. He then continued to explain matchmaking's current delay was being caused by a bottleneck in the development process, namely that they are still waiting on character transfers. That particular feature is being worked on by a developer who is still battling health concerns, and I'm not about to rip into the devs over something like that. That sort of thing is out of Alderon's control. Furthermore, I pray that good health will soon come upon that developer. I don't say that because I want matchmaking to be finished. I say it because I can only imagine how difficult it has been for themselves and their family, and I don't want them to feel any added pressure from us to get back on their feet before their body is ready to. So get well soon. Matchmaking can wait. Regarding the collect quests, Matt said they weren't intended to be more difficult, and that they can be adjusted in the future, which is also good to hear. I will still say, bumping the collect succulent red quest up from 35 to 37, when succulent comes in batches of 7 per node, is just as evil as the Cinnabar Moth red quest in Volcano Islands asking for 10 moths when they come in batches of 3, despite the fact the group quest asks for a nicely rounded 18. So, I'm looking forward to those getting adjusted. The Kai TLC itself brought a lot of things I'm happy and excited about. The new quest items scattered around the POIs are much more visually interesting, and give them each a unique aesthetic identity. The Tar Pit in Dryfang Canyon is the first new environmental hazard we've seen, and I would love to see more additions like that to Riparia. The nerfs to Concavenator were good. The playable is still very viable, but it isn't obviously overperforming compared to its fellow 2-slots, which is a step in the right direction. A coworker once told me, never take criticism from someone who won't accept yours. Self-reflection and personal change are critical aspects of productive conversation, and I want to do my best to emulate that in how I offer feedback on this game. I can admit that I made a small error in setting my expectations, which inevitably led to the negative feelings I had with the release of the Kai TLC. I've processed those feelings, and I understand what caused me to miss the mark there. Now that I've worked through it, I'm ready to see this year through to the end, and I will withhold my judgment until such time. I'm looking forward to what the future will bring, and I hope you are too. Until next time. My deepest thanks go out to all my channel members for their continuous and generous support. As a final note, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.